Oh, Prezzo is transitioning to gospel.
Why are you speaking on my behalf?
No, I mean, which Prez? You should have. Maybe I'm speaking of the president. Not Prezzo.
WWR.
These guys were G'd up to the feet.
Yeah. So I get a question. A question here. You know, we've been talking about Kenya for the most part, right? But I know you are African because you've done work in Tanzania. You've talked about Uganda. You grew up between the border of Uganda and Kenya. You've meshed with American producers and artists, right? You've been in California. So you're basically, and the same is true for you. And Steve, for sure, you've worked with people from
Here and there.
different backgrounds as well. I want to ask you the question, though, and any one of you can chime in because you have deep insights into these things. What then is the state of music and art in Africa? And what do you predict? What do you predict is the future of African music or African art? So first of all, what is the current state of it? You know, so you can talk about Kenya and beyond, and what do you see as its future? You know,
Who goes first?
I think I'd start because at least I have some insight on that.
Right, absolutely.
Right now, if you don't know, let me educate you. Or let me let you know. Africa music is the top music right now in the world.
It's big.
It's true.
It's big. Like everyone wants to associate with African beats or African music, and African music we have a very wide range of music.
Right.
Yeah, and if you look closely, even the Western music, they borrowed a lot from African music. It's just that they put it on another level, so they claimed it as their own.
Right.
But right now, African music is number one. That's why you find like top record labels, top music distribution, the DSPs.
Right.
They are coming in Africa. Why? Because they see this potential in this continent.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And there's the current state as you see it.
So as I see it, I see we are at that point whereby we're just waiting to bloom. Like we are ready.
Yes.
You get.
That's
so
awesome.
is this having our listeners or our fans to consume more of what we have? You get. So that way we'll know our threshold.
Right.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Yeah. So I think we're on the right course.
Yes.
And just give us like a year or 2 years.
Yes.
It will be Africa.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, you know, you see, like with the ongoing World Cup, right?
Yes.
They were playing a couple of African joints, and the whole crowd was singing along.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not one song,
Yes.
not two songs, not three songs.
Yes.
And then again, the whole crowd was singing along. So it just goes to show you that, you know, like we are blessed. When I say we, I mean us people from this motherland.
Yeah.
Because there's so many things that we've invented that the Westerns have taken away from us. And, you know, if you allow me to elaborate, you see, like, say, like the G strings, they were originally from Africa. And then they copied that, and then now they transformed it. But we're the originators of G strings.
Right.
And then I stand to be corrected. So we're an untapped market.
Right.
You know what I mean? And for me, when I saw the whole stadium singing, even though it wasn't my song, but, you know, I had chills up my spine. I'm like, yo, now this is the way to do it. This is the way to go. And to bring it even closer to home, they played Harmonize's song. Harmonize is from Tanzania. So I was just like, man, you know, like, come on, let's go for it. You know, let's make it.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, it kicks in good. It kicks in good when you're listening to even our local artists, you know, having that international touch of music.
Right.
And then you go out of our borders, you realize that people now who are flying our flag high, especially, you know, with the inflow of the West African market,
Right.
you know, with the West African beats. Let's talk of people like Burna Boy. Let's talk of people like Keed.
Right.
You know, we could bring in P Square and all the collaborations that they've done. You know, just P Square running out there. Closer home, we have Diamond, who's done a song with Rick Ross. You know, P Square have done a song with Rick Ross, Burna Boy with Ed Sheeran, and a lot of these artists. You know, Chris Brown coming in to fuse it with Davido or Davido. You listen to the beat; it is an African beat, but with the mix of hip hop. You know, it just brings you even closer to, you know, a beat that would even soothe your mind out of any stress you're going through. So I think with our producers, that is why we focused on. He's East African. Like Kash Keed would do a track from here, Uganda, Tanzania, down to Congo. And again, when you come to people like Koffi Olomide or Fally Ipupa, you'll realize that they've really touched a lot of the African beat internationally. You would even have white guys dancing to Lingala. Yo, you look at, is this some white dude? I mean, not being a racist, but I mean, guy shaking up his waist more than an African would. That simply tells you that the African beat is taking over. So we're good. I mean,
But also, you know, like just my 2 cents as well. You see, there's always like, you know, times for everything. So that's the reason why I said we're blessed. We're blessed because we're number one, we're untapped market, right? And then, you know, everybody tries to exclude, like, you know, our motherland, right? So what happened was the hip hop in the States touched a bit on the UK. Once they finished with the UK, then they moved to India. That's where that, what's the guy called, the Indian guy who did the song with Jay-Z? Punjabi MC.
the Punjabi MC.
Yeah, so they tapped that already. So now after all that, you know, they're left with no choice but to now deal with these people from the motherland.
Yes.
And you see, we deal with drums, we deal with percussions, we
Right,
deal
right.
with, you understand?
Absolutely,
So
yes.
it's not like they're doing us a favor. Matter of fact, they need us more than we need them.
True say.
And
100%.
100%. So
Absolutely.
because they've already like done everything, and that's why, you know, I always back up what I say. Like, if I didn't know this guy's name, it would have disturbed me.
Right.
But you see, like, they've already outsourced that. So now they come back to us.
They try the rest. Now they gotta try the best.
best.
Yes. No, you didn't know I have. You didn't know I have some
He
rhyming.
was saving the best for the last.
So now they gotta try the best.
Yeah.
No, this is good. So the future, as you see it, from your perspective as practitioner of music and recording artists and such, and producers, you see the African music. The future of it is bright and beautiful.
It
Very
is.
bright.
This is good news for young creatives and upcoming artists.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I think I'd say we're on the 5th dimension.
Wow.
Not
I
even
like
a
that.
3D.
I like
We're
this.
on the 5D.
I like
Yes,
that.
absolutely. That's good.
Like it's seeing, hearing,
Yes.
and speaking it.
That's
Exactly.
right. That's awesome. That is awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
I'm thinking again, we really have a lot to achieve in terms of what we put in, what we are doing right now. And Kash Keed, there is a time you were doing mentorship programs and actually teaching new producers. I don't know, do you still do that, or you just put a break on it? Sorry, a break on it.
Actually, these I think we just need to find either investors or people who can set up, like, let's say, facilities whereby it's a creative space whereby this whoever is passionate about, let's say, production, or maybe even being a TV anchor, being an artist, being a camera person, being a sound person, like, we need to have more of these spaces whereby we can facilitate that.
Right.
Because
The
there's
government of school does that.
yeah, but now there's few people who have information about the scene.
Yeah, it hasn't come out really in
Exactly.
public
So
to
yeah,
educate.
so we need forums whereby we can tell people, like, there's these programs that are happening.
Right.
So can you guys kindly enroll?
Yeah.
Or can you guys look more into them? Yeah. So personally, let's say I'm still open for the same. It's just that some people are not consistent.
Okay.
Yeah, so consistency also matters, because you teach someone for like, you have a good run and then they now again forget everything that you taught them. You get so it brings you back, and then you even lose sight of continuing to teach a person.
Right.
So just be passionate in whatever you want to learn,
Right.
and then also do research. Like personally, I'm a product of YouTube University. If you know
For
YouTube
real though, for real.
University,
Like, and it does crazy.
yeah,
With that
like
YouTube.
a lot of even the DOP somewhere, yeah. All these people, I think YouTube has played a major part in building,
Whoa.
in making you knowledgeable.
Right.
Yeah. So guys, don't be afraid to research. Do your research. Practice. Like, I was in studio. Steve-O was like seated. He's watching me, like watching some master class, like this is how to EQ, this is how to compress.
Exactly.
Right.
Then he's like, "What are you doing, you guy?" Then I'm like, "Yo, I'm having my school just right here."
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
So
right.
that is.
And it comes out good. You remember, Doc, when we were setting up this place, and you're
Absolutely.
like, kindly go to YouTube and check out how to use this.
Yeah.
Every day,
How
I
to
tell
use
my
this
team to do
You
that.
know,
I
so
tell them.
basically now you get it from the horse's mouth.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's good that you said that.
Yeah.
Because we have profound information.
Yes.
Overwhelming, super abundant
Yes.
information on YouTube.
Yeah.
And people don't take advantage of it.
Yes.
We should. We definitely
We should. At
Like,
times I
think,
would even,
like I think anything you want is on YouTube.
Yeah.
Even if you want
Absolutely.
how to open this bottle.
Somebody's
It's on YouTube.
made a
Yeah,
video.
exactly.
On it. Right,
No,
right.
I would get stuck. I would get stuck operating my phone, and I'm like, Kash kid, what again did you call that application? It's like, yo, bro, I'm on session. Come on, but this is more important.
That's
And
right.
This is for my own benefit now,
That's
out
right.
of work.
yeah.
So Kash kid would be like, okay, you have Google. I'm like, yeah, and you have YouTube. Kindly check on YouTube.
Check on YouTube. That's right. That's right. That's good stuff.
You know, so it is good. And YouTube has really made the world a very small place.
Yes.
And personally, I embraced YouTube a long time ago. And plus, I'm even thinking also the knowledgeable ideas that I get in regards to international music. And if I could brag again, at times, you know, Prezzo being the rapper that we have in the country, he will call me and be like, yo, bro, I'm looking for this song. And it goes, I'm like, give me a minute, bro. Let me look for it and get back to you.
Right.
I go to YouTube, bro.
Because you see, like, just try and imagine, like, and I'm talking to the youngins out there, like, try and imagine a world without YouTube, without Instagram, without Twitter, without Facebook. You know, why I'm saying this is because we were using guerrilla tactics, you know, we didn't have no social media. But you see, at the end of the day, like, my joy and my plan was to open up the doors for the next generation, so the next generation can open up the doors for the next generation, and so on and so on and so forth. So I think right now, like, if anybody out there has a dream or a goal and they don't make it to their dream or their goal, then they're just plain and simple either not really passionate about what they want to do, or they're just lazy,
Lazy.
because you have all the equipment, all so much easier to make it right now than before, man. If before there was all this YouTube and Instagram, I swear to God, oh my God. But yeah, you see, like right now they have all these things whereby it's so much easier for them to put out, showcase their talent, and you know, if something is good, then of course it'll sell itself.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know.
Yeah. This is really good. This is good. Now I'm always very interested in some of what you guys have said today to our young people. And I like to highlight that because I think you guys spoke some gem, offered some nuggets of truth.
Yeah.
And so to our young people that are listening, I noted what this legend talked about, So this is guidance for you. And scripture would say, let them who have ears hear. I'm certain that not everybody will want to listen or hear. But if you have ears and you're willing to listen, here are some of what they've said will work for you. Be committed to gaining knowledge. seek out the information.
Yeah.
And this come from Kash Kid. Be bold, because I think it makes a difference.
Yeah.
Be confident. Do the hard work. Be part of a team. Teamwork. Be your unique self, right? Don't try to copy or mimic anybody else. And that's what you said. Prezzo says, listen more, learn more, and talk less. That's powerful, Prezzo.
Thank you, sir.
That's really powerful. And then Steve-O talked about consistency, discipline, and being open to receive correction. And I think Kash Kid also talked about being passionate. And I think you probably hinted at that. And there could be no greater gift or present you can give anybody, any young person, than say, this is the way. Walk ye in it. And that's really what's going on here. So I just wanted to highlight that.
Absolutely.
So please go ahead, gentlemen. Yeah.
Absolutely. So what's the next project you're working on, bro?
The next project I'm working on actually is a bit on a different space because guys, we brought a new flavor to the market. It was called Gengeton.
Gengeton, right?
Yeah, so Gengeton is like a mixture of Genge and Mumbaton. So Mumbaton is a sound from the Latin Americans. Yeah, so basically we fused the two together. It's a feel good, like it's kind of the BPM is like around 90 to 98. So it's a slow but danceable BPM. Yeah, and then we tried that genre. It worked out nicely. I think that is the only genre that our members from Africa have not copied yet. So that is one genre that at least we've stuck with. And we are proud that we pioneered that particular type of a genre. But right now, like we said, it's about growth. So we are thinking global. So right now, whatever sounds we're doing like African sounds. Like we're not just confining ourselves into one space. Yeah, now we are breaking out to other markets because we feel like they need to listen to us. And the only way they can listen to us is by them relating to what at least they've been hearing. Right. Yeah. So right now we've been doing a lot of Afrobeats, Afro souls. Yeah. So that is currently what we've been doing.
What about Amapiano?
Amapiano. Okay, like Amapiano, I feel like Kenyans, we haven't embraced it as artists. That is, as listeners. Trust me, Kenya is like Amapiano. Kenya is the second home for Amapiano.
Right.
Yeah, but as artists, I think they've not mastered yet the craft of delivering an Amapiano. Right. Yeah, but in terms of listenership, I think South Africans, you should know Kenyans. Yeah, this is the second home for Amapiano.
That's right.
Yeah, that's why we even have Amapiano festivals, imagine. Yeah, in Kenya. Yeah. Like every other weekend. Yeah, there's Amapiano festival.
Why do you think the South African government actually removed the visa thing?
Because Kenya is the second South.
Because man, they just had like, Kenyans be vibing to Amapiano, bro. Like even in slow jams, they just still Amapiano.
So is Amapiano South African?
Yes.
Ghanaian.
No.
South African.
Actually, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
No visa now anymore.
Yeah, I read about that. Yeah.
You see, also why I love Nigeria is these people are fast. They are quick.
Yes.
They listen. They're like, these are all right. Yeah. Right. So like, I just love the way they transformed Amapiano to Afro Amapiano.
Right.
Yeah. These people are very like they are.
And
very,
it sounds good actually.
Exactly.
It sounds good.
Yeah, that's really good. That's good. Now you are also working with this group, the Mbuzi Gang. What category do they fall into? And
actually, they were categorized as Gengeton artists, but I feel the sounds we were doing wasn't really Gengeton. Okay. Yeah, because if you have a listen to the album that we put out, and actually we got a chance to work with like the greats. Right. Yeah, we got to work with like Chameleon, like any other person would want to work with Chameleon because he's also kept a good run in the industry. Right. Navio, I'm sure he's Prezzo's friend. Yeah, these are legendary people. Absolutely. So for youngsters to work with such legends, that means they put in work and then they listen more.
Yes.
Yeah, so let me just say like they are disciplined people,
Right.
and then
That's
they're-
good to hear.
Yeah, they're more into like listening and then also trying out new stuff.
That's good.
Yeah, that's why
That's
you
good to
find
hear
the
it.
new sounds that we are working with them
Right.
is really different from whatever people have been hearing.
This is good.
Yes, and
This
then
is good.
also let me not forget to mention that they're the only group in Kenya that their song picked at number 5 in the whole of Africa. That is Shamra Shamra.
Wow.
Yeah, if you go on the African chart or the African billboards,
Yeah.
that's the only song that ever picked at number 5.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Produced by yours truly.
yeah.
Yes.
Cash
Cash Kids.
in London, Sauti za Mayolo.
That's right. That's good. That's good stuff. Well, Prezzo, we have to get this group here so we can talk to them.
Absolutely.
And I think you manage them, so
So
we
it will
have to work it out.
It's easy to
Yeah.
work together. Like we tried teaching them on how to handle music business.
Right.
Yeah, because there's the music itself as you
an
being
art.
passionate as an art,
Right.
but now there's the business side of
Business
it.
side of music.
Yeah, like how do you now handle the business side as an artist? Yeah, so I think also that is where most artists give up. Or maybe they say now this thing is not working for me.
Right.
Because like they don't know the end games for making it as a business.
Business, right.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's
so
good
that is
stuff.
some insight maybe at a later day or at a later talk. You can
We
have,
can do that.
Yeah, you can bring up a profession
Right.
in that direction.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe we can bring you back and Tim Rimbui.
Yeah, Tim Rimbu. Actually, Tim Rimbu,
Yeah.
He's a
Wow.
legendary too.
Right. Okay, cool.
No, I'm thinking we basically could do this all night, all day.
Yeah.
Because music is wide, art
is.
is wide, and when you just decide to break it down into a controlled type of arrangement, you realize that you'll still want to have them more,
Absolutely.
and even come back at a later date.
Yeah.
So probably having worked with Kash Kid for quite a while, and still we do, whatever business aspect of music that one would like to put out there,
Right.
the success and the fame, and then the money aspect of it really. What would you tell? Let's say my son coming up and he wants to be like Kash Kid, because my son is your friend.
Yeah.
What would you tell him? Because he's always telling me, Dad, Prez owes me a watch. Dad, I saw Kash Kid today in town. He's grown a beard. I want to be like Kash Kid. I want to be like Prez. So, for you to attract a small kid like that into this business, is this something that you can encourage them to do it as a lifetime career, or there's something you would tell them, do this as part-time, but get something to also support your art?
I think there's different aspects on how we can tackle that.
Yeah.
Right.
But majorly it depends like what do they want as a person, you get, because you cannot force a person to do something that they don't want or maybe something that they don't like. So it's in between yourself, like what do I really want?
Yes.
Do I really want to venture into music as a career? Then if I'm doing this as a career, now you have to be knowledgeable in like how will I sustain myself as an artist. So there's 1,000 ways you can sustain yourself as an artist. Yeah, you can copyright your voice. Like there's a whole lot of things you can do. Yeah, so basically it's just being self-disciplined and then having that self-realization that this is what I want and this is what I want to work for me or maybe to work for my team or to work for my family. Yeah, so if you have that in your conscience,
Right.
then you'll have a straight mind going forward.
And then Kash, baby you, baby you,
Yeah.
baby you. Whose song is that? Because it's been jamming to it for a minute.
Kash Kid is also an artist.
Yes.
Yeah, and I promised myself this year
Yeah.
I'll be an artist. Yeah, I've been an artist, but producer artist, but not on a professional level whereby, let's say, I want my music out there, but I was testing the waters. So the first record I put out was Baby You, and that sound, actually, let me brag about it, because whatever sound I did, 3 years later, that is what Ruga, that is what Omale are doing. Yeah, but that sound, I think I had it like 3 years ago, whereby these youngings were not, they weren't there, they weren't vibing to such
Right.
kind of vibes.
Right.
Yeah, so I think I always do research and then I produce music for future. Yeah, like not just now. It's music that you listen all through. Yes, even like for me working with Prezzo, there's a number of hits we've done, and those hits up till now they're on the playlist on radio stations.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
That's good. Good
for
stuff.
new artists, you don't find their records on playlist.
Right.
After a month,
They
they are
expires.
replaced.
It's expired.
You
right.
get, but these ones are timeless.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I say also seek knowledge with the legends. Know how they do it.
Yes.
Yeah, know how they craft their music and stuff for it to stay longer in the shelf.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Shelf
That's a good
life.
one. Yes. Yeah. And that's a mark of good art, right?
yeah.
It,
Definitely.
it continues on.
That's why up to now, like 20 years or 30 years later, we still listen to old school.
Quality over
He's
quantity.
a good fan
Yes.
of Tupac.
Yes, yes. yes. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
Anyways,
awesome.
so maybe to my last question, I would ask you if you're supposed to recommend like top three podcasts. Podcast top 3. I know this is new. I mean, it has really not taken over the Kenyan market or the African market, but with your little experience and the experiment that you've seen in this media house, give us your top 3 references or preservations that you could make to a podcast. Like, is this the place to be? Is this the future of media? Is this,
I think for any wise person, let me not use wise man or woman, but for any wise person,
yeah.
it's knowledge, right?
Right. Absolutely.
And this is the home of knowledge. So you already know, like, this is the best place you can be because they tell you everything as it is. No
JOfuasia,
sugarcoating.
JOfuasia Media House.
So guys, this is Kash Keed, aka Mr. London, and I'm telling you guys, like, if you want to know the bare truth, this is the place to be. Like, they tell you things as it is.
100%.
100%.
Thank you,
Yes.
man. Yo, round of applause. Man.
That's right.
Yeah, round of applause.
And we have Prezzo in the house,
Yeah.
who helps to moderate this this forum here.
Yeah.
Prezzo, I was also actually thinking as I listened to all of you, especially when Kash Kid talked about perhaps resources to help mentor young people. This kind of X Factor kind of deal, maybe America's Got Talent kind of deal, that we could do one, Africa Got Talent, but not that name, something akin to that, where we can bring maybe yourself, Kash Kid, a number of other people, and maybe I'll get a small chair right there, and we can offer in an open forum guidance and direction, because that's what it's all about. People come and they perform, and then you can give them constructive criticism, as you said, feedback, and maybe we could get sponsorship for that. In fact, I'm almost certain we will get sponsorship for that.
For sure.
We already have the capabilities, and we can make that happen. What do you guys think about such a thing?
Because I think also we can bring on board like radio producers,
Radio producers,
TV producers.
TV producers.
Why? Because
Absolutely.
radio producers, they program, they actually do the programming for how maybe the tracks are slotted, or they'll tell you what takes for a track to be on playlist.
Right.
So also if we bring these people on board, at least now the artist will know when I go back to the studio, these are the key points that I need to be working on.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, so I think it would be great.
Such an event, such a program would be good.
Yeah.
All right. Something to walk on, Jane. Something to pay attention to.
That's right.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I second my brother on that. I'm with him on that, and I'm with you on it. So
Okay.
yeah, but last but not least, I want to send a big shout out to my favorite people, the people behind the scenes who never get the props that they deserve. Without you all, there's no us.
That's
you know what I mean?
That's right. That's right.
Ain't nothing but love always, man. One day now we're gonna switch roles. Now you guys will be here and us guys will be there, and then I'll show. Nothing but love, man. Jones and Prezzo Podcast. we're about to sign out.
Yes.
Absolutely.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Adios. Thank you. Absolutely. Thank you so much.
It's been great.
Thank you for coming out.
Thank you for
Fresh